lovelies, it's Miss Lady Lace here, and today I have for you a fabulous vlog on vintage fashion. I do apologise if I sound a little bit under the weather or I have the sniffles a little bit. I'm just getting over the end of a flu at the moment. For today's fabulous topic, I'll be discussing winter fashion, as it's currently winter in Australia. I'll talk a little bit about how to keep warm in winter and also some winter essentials that are must-have items for your winter wardrobe. Winter is a truly beautiful time filled with hot chocolate, snuggles with someone special, and it's just a beautiful time of the year, especially here where everything becomes so much more green. Our wardrobe throughout the year obviously will change, and coming into the winter season we really need to rug up a little bit more. In Perth we're quite fortunate in the sense that the winter here isn't quite as fierce as many other locations in the world. We don't get snow, we don't get extreme cold for the most part. To be honest, this winter we've had so far has been utterly beautiful. We've had so many sunshiny days, but I'm sure it's going to start cooling down now. Dressing for winter to make sure that I stay nice and warm, I start from the underpinnings first. I'll usually wear a slip with most of my outfits. I'll then add either a light petticoat or a fuller petticoat for more circle skirt style dresses. I'll then put on my day wear for that day, so depending on what I'd like to wear, whether it's a blouse and skirt combo or a vintage dress of some description. Something I like to add for my next layer, which is one of my favourite accessories, is a beautiful cardigan. But this just adds a little bit of warmth without getting too warm when we're indoors. I'll then finish that off with a vintage coat or jacket, and this is more for when I'm outdoors to keep myself nice and warm and to protect myself from rain and wind. We of course have lots of fabulous vintage accessories to add on to this to keep us even more warm. You can of course don some beautiful vintage gloves, is always a fabulous idea. They're such a cheap accessory and you can find them at many antique and op shops, so I definitely recommend collating your own collection that you can wear during winter. We can also wear vintage stockings, whether they be a darker colour like an opaque black or a seamed stocking that's a little bit thicker. It just gives an extra layer to keep us warm during the day. I definitely recommend, if you don't already have a lovely vintage style coat, it's definitely worth investing in one of these. Even if you just collect this from an op shop, a really nice jacket or coat will be that nice top layer that you can wear out and about. Quite often throughout the day when we go in between things, it'll be very chilly outside, and then we'll transition to indoors where there'll be quite a bit of heating. So we want to ensure that we can take layers off as the day goes on, so we don't become too warm and sweat, or we're not too cold when we're out and about. Some winter essentials I would definitely recommend having is a hair bonnet from The Bonnet, which is a fabulous Canadian company. They create these beautiful vintage hair bonnets that you wrap around your head and protects your hair from the rain. It's also a great idea to have a vintage style umbrella, whether that's true vintage or reproduction, to protect yourself from the cool weather, as well as your beautiful hair and outfit as well. A few extra glamorous items for winter include maybe a little bit of faux fur, or even something like a cape can be really extravagant and beautiful for winter. A fabulous idea for us 1940s lovers is of course the 1940s style vintage suit. This is both practical in the sense that it keeps us nice and snug warm, but also has a truly beautiful look to it too. A lovely idea to top this all off is a beautiful vintage hat like the one I'm wearing today. Of course, heat escapes from our scalp area, so it can be good to cover that up with a beanie or vintage hat, especially one that has a little bit more coverage than the little hat I'm wearing today. I would love to hear any winter tips that you have too, so be sure to comment below with these, and any comments, questions, suggestions or feedback you have for me. Thank you so much for supporting my fabulous channel, and I truly hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you'd like to stay up to date with all my vintage fun, be sure to hit the subscribe button below, and I'll be seeing you all real soon.